Hey boys and girls, and welcome back to another Djinn Gaming TV. And today, we're going to be continuing on mapping with our Infernal Witch build. As you may know, in our last session, we didn't quite get our third ascendancy. It was a bit tough. I did attempt it off stream and almost made it. I made it to the third boss, but ended up dying. So we have to get some more tokens because I don't have any more tokens for the entry. So we have to farm them. And quick Google search led me to find that the Djinn tokens can be found and have a higher probability of dropping in the desert biomes within your map. So any desert themed areas within your map device has a higher chance of yielding these Djinn tokens to get into the maps and then get into the Trials of Sechemus. So we're going to continue with that. Let's make us up a map real quick. Patches of shocked ground. Nothing too difficult. Reduce damage from critical shots. We don't have any more exalts right now, and I'm not going to worry about buying them at the moment. We're going to go in here and we're going to try to knock this out and see what we can get. Like I said, hopefully we can get us plenty of Djinn tokens because they're going to be well needed. Now, I'm not sure just because there's sand that it's a desert biome. I could just assume that would be the case. Let's try the hive. Let's see if this is a desert biome. Anywhere where we're traversing across sand and things like that, it's probably where it could be found.
Stupid beast.
I need to eventually take that reduced regeneration node against enemies because they get that regen mod and then stop my regeneration rate. They can be problematic. Since when is it so difficult on a tier 2, man? And not that it's hard, it's just seemed pretty tanky. Oh. There was a enemy in there making them immortal. You have to be in a close enough proximity to take them out. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Give me a second. Lost connection to our stream. I'm not sure why it's been doing that, but it's so annoying. Yeah, it really is. They're pretty good, but once you get into mapping and stuff like that, it tends to bog down a little bit. I mean, even with good hardware and software and stuff, man. I mean, this game really will try test your PC. I'm pretty sure it's more stable on newer consoles and stuff like that. And what's up to all you guys that were, you know, in the chat and stuff like that. Sorry about that. And I hope you guys catch the stream later. You can come back and watch it, and then you realize that, you know, I got a chance to talk to you guys. Like I said, sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, it's a great game, but, you know, some of these builds that you can build on here will really do work to your whatever console you're using. Yeah, but the game graphically is great. I mean, some of these characters you can use with the bows, they will go through there, and you get so many arrows and so much going on at the screen at once that it'll just bog down into nothing. You know, it's like moving through swamp water. Yeah. Ooh, nice. Since when does that drop as a... Got us a tank, but it's only a support skill gem. It might be a persistent skill gem. Probably why. Had the div drop right on it. I'm actually impressed with this build. It's going pretty smooth. When I was looking up an easier way to find Djinn Tokens, it just said that they can be found more frequently in desert biomes. There really is no, you know, tried-true method to farming them. It's just all randomized, and they can drop from pack monsters. So. It sucks because I attempted it 3 times and got closer and closer each time. I mean, my first 2 attempts, I ran through it so quickly, and then I kind of got screwed because about on my almost at the end of my second boss of my second attempt, I started taking a lot of damage to my honor bar, and just kind of got complacent, and then ultimately ended up losing too much honor and failed. And then on my last attempt, you guys can check it out on my latest PoE stream. Oh, no, I retract that statement. I made an attempt, not on live, and made it to the end to fight the, it's like a giant scorpion-looking creature, right? And I only had 1,900 out of 6,000 honor. I was almost there, and she was about half life, and it was just too much. I kept getting sucked into her pools of like slowing time and stuff like that, and my spells wouldn't cast, and yeah, it just ultimately I succumbed to the BS of the Scorpion Goddess. But we'll get it next time. We just need some more Djinn Tokens, and it won't be a problem. Thing is I'm not even sure they can be bought either, because I actually looked through it and tried to see if I could find them and buy them, and I couldn't find any. So unless I'm missing it or like skipping over it, I don't think you can buy them, which kind of sucks too, because then I just gotta wait to get my third ascendancy. I think after this, I'm going to work on another build, but I'm not going to focus anything on defense. Nothing. I'm just going to go 100% offense and DPS. Either use bows or javelins. So that will be the only form of defense I have, but besides maybe a shield, if I end up going javelins, because I don't know. I want to see how my build goes and how I build a character based on just killing everything blindingly faster than it can kill me. There hasn't been a time where I haven't been able to safe spot this boss. Crazy. I'm surprised they haven't even patched this out yet. He just gets glitched over there in the corner and you just kill him and move on.
See more of those. This is what we have available. Don't spend it all at once.
Okay.
Deal.
I like this beat, man. Sounds pretty awesome.
Bring any tomes you find.
I'm gonna keep this helmet. See if I can't throw something on here. See if I have rare weapon or quiver, waystone. I don't think I have any more. Yeah, I don't have any more of those other ones. So we'll just have to let it be. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. This is good. Could be better, but it's really good. And we could throw 2 more modifiers on it. If we roll armor and evasion on both of those, very strong. I wonder how much these persistent skill gems go for. I'm super curious now because it dropped as a divine drop. So let's see what we got here. We see I got chaos, and I want to buy a persistent skill gem of level 14. So this worth 5 chaos orbs? Wow. That is awesome. See what a level 20's worth. 'Cause I think I have higher level ones than a 14 though. 90? Wow. I think I have a level 15. Says the level 15 is worth 4. Level 14 is worth 5, but the level 15 is worth 4. Isn't that some dumb crap? Oh, and check this out, guys. I did pick up a level 1 skill gem. You guys know how much a level 1 skill gem is going for right now? It's ridiculous. It's going for like 3 or 4 divine. A level 1 skill gem. So we go currency exchange. So I have chaos orbs and I want to buy a level 1 skill gem. They drop so ridiculously rare, it's not even funny. Level 1 uncut skill gem. Right now it's at 20. Stock of 62. 10. Ratio of stock of 2 at 100. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, somebody got wise though, finally. Because when I checked it yesterday, the highest one, the only one on there was the level 100. The guy asking 100 chaos for it. So we go back through here. Still didn't find anything that we're looking for yet. So go through here. Wait, we gotta proc some more stuff on here. And I just want to thank you guys for your support and all you guys that are, subscribing and, tuning in to my channel. It's much appreciated. It really helps the channel grow. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I'm going to continue to grow and develop the channel, and glad you guys decided to stick around for the ride, man. All right, so we're going to go ahead and proc this one. We're going to see if we can't find us some more Djinn tokens. All right, so the hive, what do we got here? What do we got? Another hive map. Yeah, I feel like if you try to play this on the old consoles, man, it will obliterate your console, and it will take flight and blast off into space or something. Because, I mean, it's ridiculous. So demanding. These abyssal depths can be a real pain in the ass if you're not paying attention. This is where I got my first div drop of the season. So I went from getting absolutely nothing to open up at a div chest. And then the drop filter is purple, which is super cool. One of my favorite colors. Blues and purples, sherbet colors, bro. You know what I mean. And then if you add sherbet colors with black, it makes it really pop. Almost died on that one.
us all. Defines us all.
There we go. Still no Djinn tokens. Come on. Any other time they'd be dropping in abundance. Still none. Only 8 monsters remain. We didn't find anything extremely valuable, nor did we find any tokens. Alright, here we go.
Seen more of those aquatic treasures. I'll find a use for it. I'll find the use for it.
This is a good start to a spear chucking ring. I mean, it could be better. It could be a tier 1, but if I don't have anything else like it, then...
Deal.
There we go.
Good
Could
fortune.
threw something a little bit more valuable in there, but that's okay. We got a good roll, thankfully. Well, a modifier that makes sense. Not necessarily a good roll, but a modifier that makes sense on there. Level 43. It's not a max ring, so... I'm gonna have to buy some more Regals soon.
There's a certain charm here.
Nice, we could use a Regal. We need those to drop like 20 at a time. Like a stack of 20 Regals. We use the crap out of some Regals. For those of you guys that are stopping in, make sure you sub so you can turn on notifications so you can never miss a video. Got some interesting stuff going on. Path of Exile is great. I also cover other game content as well. Yeah, so we need I need to do more delirium. Get the scrolls for delirium, because if I get the scrolls for delirium, that means that we can upgrade our amulet. And there's plenty of ways we could still improve this character. And I like the performance. The fizz damage, the armor break. So like most of my fizz damage is hitting through armor. Just really good. Yeah. Yeah, and furthermore, if you guys got any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down in the chat. And if I don't get to it right away, I promise you I'll get to it as soon as I see it. If you stick around, I'll try to answer your questions. If I don't get to it right away, it's probably because I'm distracted. Honestly, I can't wait to see what the next update's gonna bring for this game, because the craziest thing about this game right now is it's not even alpha. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't even technically ready to be released to the public. It's still under development. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. And the most mind-blowing facts to me about this game is the fact that it is just so great for what it is. You know what I mean? Like, there are games that are 2 or 3 times the price that don't have half the replay value that this game brings to the table. It's just unbelievable. Grinding Gear Games is really great. I mean, it's great. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, I'm not COD riding right now. I mean, it has its downfalls, but it's not anything that is like irreparable. You know, for example, like that boss we just fought through here. That boss we just fought just glitches into the wall, and we can just sit there and infinitely shoot it. You know what I mean? Until it dies. So it's small things like that are like, you know, it's kind of annoying. You know, frequent enough crashes that it becomes annoying. You know, so I mean, it has its hiccups, but it's definitely worth what they're asking. You know, they're only asking $30 for this game, and the thing is when it comes out, it's gonna be free. It's insane. So you can pick up the game for free, and that $30 you would have spent buying the game, go ahead and buy you a supporter pack to support the content creators and Grinding Gear Games and the people who make it. Because ultimately, it's free. I mean, a lot of these games nowadays that come out charge you, you know, $30, $90, $120, $150, and not half as fun as this game right here. It's insane. Like Diablo, for example, I don't want to bash it too hard because it is a game I like. Don't get me wrong, I like it. but it's not holding a candle to Path of Exile 2. I mean, you go through there and you play it and you get your money's worth out of it, but how it's structured, I've had to buy that game twice already. I've had to buy Diablo 4 twice already. And yeah, man, it's absurd. That game is great in its own right. You know, as if you look at the games as two different games as a separate entity, you're like, okay, yeah, it's pretty good. But if you look at it as a game in the same genre, it's like, what? Like what you get out of it, man. It's just like once you get past a certain point of obliteration, like the level of difficulty rises substantially, right? So once you get past a certain point, like you'll blast through Diablo, right? Talking Diablo 4 here. You'll blast through it. And then when you get to a certain point, the peak is so high and ridiculous, and it requires either a party to run with, or, you know, a huge understanding of the game, or just a long time to sit there and grind and grind and grind and grind and grind just to get to these small peaks that is gear dependent, which, you know, I don't mind that, but I mean, for what it is, man, it's just ridiculous. And I mean, and then you look at, you come back to, you know, PoE 2, and it's just like, what? Like, that is being done when this could be done. You know what I mean? Graphically. I mean, the game is great, and then, you know, once you get burnt out on Path of Exile 2 or Path of Exile 1, and you've been just, you know, smashing through the gameplay, and, you know, it does get, you get a little burnt out on it after, you know, making 10 characters or whatever. But, you know, ultimately, you're like, okay, you want to go play something else. Then I would consider, you know, dipping feet back into Diablo 4. But not too much. It's not a game I would sit there and then mindlessly grind as a sole thing for years on end. It's like Diablo 2. Diablo 2, when it was out, it was a one and only of its kind, man. There was no other game that I could remember that I would play more than Diablo 2. I mean, there was plenty of options at that time, you know, like GTAs and stuff like that on PC. But when I boot up the computer, it was either RuneScape or Diablo 2. And my God, man, I played that game for probably 15 years out of the 30 some years I've been on planet Earth. You know, so it's like it held a big portion of my life. But it's like what it's evolved into is just, it's almost makes me feel like a bot. Like I have to be a bot, you know? And I don't know. Just something about it makes me feel body. And it reinforces that thought processing. The game itself and its design. It really rewards the human bot mentality. It is, like I said, it's a good game. You play a couple of characters, you go through there, and you destroy the game. But ultimately, if I don't pull away from that game, I'll just sit there and be, a drooling idiot because. I mean, what else is there to do after you have godlike characters? But just go through there and just one-shot everything. I mean, the highest thing you can do is, you go through there and then you run the pits. Outside of that, once you're past a certain power level, there's nothing else to do but run pits to test your skills, right? And furthermore, you got the after the pits, it's just like there is nothing else to do. You get superpowers. There's no originality to it. You know what I mean? And that's why I would pick Path of Exile 2. Like, if you're somebody who's gonna buy and you wanted to buy right now, I would definitely pick Path of Exile 2, especially at half the price point of what Diablo's going for. So it's just it's lost its Diablo is as fun as it is, and I would support it, but it has definitely lost some originality over the years. It's just like, where do you go from there, I don't know. I'm sure they could figure it out. There's more creative ways to coming up with stuff. It's like, hey, my character has powers. So what happens if we give our characters powers that already have powers? And then guess what? We're going to be powerful when we have powers upon powers. It's like, for real, dude? Come on, man. There's like no originality to it. It's the same thing every year, just expressed in a different form. It's like you get another layout and print it over the other layout. It's like, come on, man. You gotta have more originality than that, especially for your people that support the crap out of you. You know what I mean? It's just like you have people that buy your skins. You have people that buy the game multiple times because the way it's structured dicks you around. Because I've actually had to purchase the game twice because of the way the interface of Microsoft and Battle.net conduct each other, right? So I've had to buy the game multiple times, and it's just like, man, what is the point? The game's barely worth the $60, let alone $120. It's like, dude.
How can I help? Aquatic treasures. Don't spend it all at once. For now, we part.
Yeah, I could see myself going back and playing it every now and then, dipping my toes back into it. But ultimately, there's other things we could be playing. Like I don't know what I'm gonna try yet, but I really want to do a Halloween special for you guys, man. I really want to go through in a scary ass game. You know what I mean? Like and just sit here and get in some realism, scary stuff, gameplay, something that just looks insanely real, insanely scary, like almost like you're watching a movie type of scary, and go that route, because I feel like that's just far more engaging, and I think it's going to be really fun once we do find something like that and I present it to you guys. I think it's going to be pretty fun. I've seen this gameplay footage of a game called Ill, and oh my lord, it looks absolutely insane. And I might have that for you guys as soon as it drops. But there is no word on the release date yet. So And if there's no word on the release date yet, I can almost assure you it's not going to be out before Halloween. But if you guys haven't checked it out, most definitely should. It's if it lives up to the hype of what I'm seeing, man, it's going to be definitely worth it. There's insane amounts of gunplay. There's the physics on these monsters is photorealism, guys. Like, you know, you shoot something and appendage is coming off and it's, you know, spewing bile on you, and you know, there's like decay mode where it looks almost like in a dreamlike state. Like, this game seriously looks like it's gonna give some people nightmares. I mean, we got stuff that, you know, like Resident Evil, you know, and if you compare ill to something like Resident Evil, man, it makes Resident Evil look soft. I mean, this gonna be a game changer, man, if it lives up to the hype. Let's get rid of this crap. Level 50 bow. Nothing on it.
I shall record Kuachik treasure. Beware those altars.
Well, as you can see, we didn't get any Djinn tokens today, but that's all right. We're gonna keep farming. We're gonna see if we can get some later. But I hope we see you guys on the next stream. Like I said, just stay up to date. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when I go live. And like I said, we'll be keeping updates on things like ill. There's a couple other titles that I'd like to bring to you guys and present to you guys. So Battlefield 6 is on the agenda. We're going to have that here soon. So if you guys want to tune into that, we'll have gameplay on that as well. Until next time, this has been your boy Djinn with Djinn Gaming TV. Much love. Peace out.